And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And upon our exhale, we release anything that may be on our minds, anything that may be on a to-do list for later this day. And we sink into the center of the I am that I am. Welcoming everybody watching remotely to our meditation portion of today's service. And we take in again a divine, sacred, and holy breath. And releasing anything that may be on our minds as a thought enters, just acknowledge it and see it pass by, just like a passing cloud. No need to stay on that. And with our long and deliberate exhalation, we sink even further into the center of the I am that I am. There's that place within each of us that has never been nor could ever be hurt or harmed or endangered in any way. It's our spiritual core. It is our soul. It is our spiritual muscle. And each time we remember it, my belief is that it can then serve us for our greatest and highest good. In a way, it's like a spiritual workout where we build that spiritual muscle. We build faith. Faith in the unseen to serve us for what's ahead of us for our greatest and highest good. So I invite you just to settle into the center of this space for you, using the divine, sacred, and holy breaths, using the exhalations to just release yourself even more fully and completely into that sacred space of the Most High. Knowing that there's a perfect divine connection, a spiritual umbilical cord for source energy to provide for every one of your needs to be met on time, every single time. It shall never leave you nor forsake you. And if your mind wanders, just remember that. The I am that I am shall never leave me nor forsake me. I invite you to join me in the sacred, holy garden of our inner consciousness and see what it looks like and feels like and sounds like and tastes like and smells like. Picture it supporting, sustaining, maintaining for every single one of your needs to be met on time, every single time. The I am that I am shall never leave me nor forsake me. The I am that I am shall never leave me nor forsake me. The I am that I am shall never leave me nor forsake me. The I am that I am supports me always. The I am that I am supports me always. The I am that I am supports me always and always. The I am that I am sustains me always. The I am that I am sustains me always. The I am that I am sustains me always and always. The I am that I am maintains me always. The I am that I am maintains me always. The I am that I am maintains me always and always. I am that I am shall never forsake me. The I am that I am shall always support me. The I am that I am shall always sustain me. The I am that I am shall always maintain me, always and in all ways. And so if you're willing, just allow for this idea, this knowing to flow in through in every atom, organ, function, cell, and fiber of the being, the human body temple, the conscious, unconscious, subconscious, and all levels of mind. That this I am that I am is unconditionally loving, all-pervasive, benevolent, for me, for you, for me. Remind yourself, Spirit is for me now. Spirit is for me now. Spirit is for me now. And just allow for your heart space to fill with gratitude, gratitude with each inhalation, and gratitude with each exhalation, for the spiritual adjustment to truth, for this knowing that shall forever display itself in the good with the capital G, in, through, and as your very life, in, through, and as my very life. Creating a field of awareness and possibility, a garden for miracles in consciousness and in the ethers in this sanctuary space, so that all who now enter through the double doors are able to receive a blessing, a demonstration, a manifestation, a transformation, a healing, a revelation, an insight, wisdom, guidance, that is for the highest and best good for each on this very moment, this very instant in time, on their soul's evolution. And so for each of you present, I am grateful and thankful. Thank you for keeping this divine appointment. We breathe our attention back to the physical, the body temple. And with the exhales, you may want to just rub or tap the feet, the toes to the ground, being certain we can feel the ground, Gaia, supporting us. And with the inhales, we continue to inhale gratitude and exhale gratitude. And stay in an unconditionally loving, open, receptive space for any insight. And when you're ready, just gently allow for the outer eyelids to open and become aware of one another, the sanctuary space. Feel the temperature in the room. And be fully present back in body, mind, and spirit. I'm grateful to each of you. I am. This concludes the meditation portion for today's service. Blessings to all and namaste.
Morning, everyone. Look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. come together. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
Recognize the God in you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Yes, I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Yes, I'm in the right place at here. My soul is welcome here, yeah. My soul is welcome here. I said, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Yeah, your soul is welcome here. I said, your soul is welcome, and my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Here's Ann. And Ann's soul.
Thank you, Dream Band. Amazing. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to our Spiritual Center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. Welcome. My name is Ann, and it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into the world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to properly greet you. I think everyone's returning. Welcome, everyone. We are delighted to have you all with us. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully in the service. Thank you.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us here and now. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, open your eyes and see. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, you and I. It's in every one of us to be strong. Find your voice, singing your victory song. We can all lift everyone without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us, here and now. It's in every one of us, here and now.
And so I invite each of us to take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. We breathe in this divine, sacred, and holy breath and exhale out anything and everything that does not match. All that is divine, let it go. And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhale, release all that is not sacred. Just let it go back to the nothingness from where it came. And we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhalation, we release and surrender anything and everything that does not match all that is holy. Just release it, surrender it. Back to Gaia, Mother Earth, to recycle, restore, refresh, make new. And with our next breath, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And return to our normal breathing pattern with an exhalation. Knowing that we are unconditionally loved, knowing that this spirit within us has never left us nor forsaken us in any way, that it fully supports, sustains, and maintains for all of our needs to be met, always and in all ways. It's important that we remind ourselves of this truth and this knowing. It's how we build faith. In the absence of what we can see, will eventually transform in the garden of truth to all that is meant to be manifest for us in our individual and collective lives, for our highest and best good. So I call forth for you to call forth with me this day for the all good to continue to unfold with ease and with grace and with joy, with a sense of play and surrender and oneness. Knowing that every single thing needed for this service to unfold has been provided, with a great thank you to the Dream Band, with a great thank you to David and the sound booth, with a great thank you to Rick who sets up, and Holly, and to Ann, and to all of you who lend a hand, to Eileen who does the programs with love each week. Think about the village that it takes to create CRS Redlands in an ongoing way. It's a beautiful thing. So for anybody that's on your hearts this day for prayer, let's first by saying our name out loud in the sanctuary space, Brother Mark. Always being open and receptive to receive our highest and best good. Just say the names of those you continue to hold in prayer. Bonnie, Gail, Mark, Grace. We're asked to also pray with Ukraine this day. Paula, Jimmy, Crystal. Specific prayer requests for Olga to have a calmness and living consciously in the here and now. So let's see that together for Olga in our mind's eye. For Tatiana, she wants the infinite protection of spirit for Vladimir as he serves in the war, and for peace of mind. For Vladimir, the highest and best good. And for practitioner Tanya's son, who's being sent to war this week there in Ukraine. They also call forth for the dog Ava to find good owners, good caretakers, and for a replacement roof for their space where they meet. So they want us to see in our mind's eye that they find builders and contractors who come together with ease and grace. And this is how it's done. We treat together, we lift up where two or more are gathered in the highest knowing, and know that the Spirit of the living God, the Spirit, makes a way where I may not be able to see the way in the human. This is how it all works. And so we stand on this rock of truth, knowing that it shall unfold with ease and grace for all who have called the prayer ministry and all who we hold in our hearts for prayer. As we do every week, I now invite you to see peace with a capital P pervade ourselves and our personal and individual lives first. See it in our family units. The peace that passes human understanding. Call it forth. I call it forth with ease and with grace, with harmony, with joy. And we take this peace now throughout the tribal units that we've created to be able to survive on earth and the human. And now we take it through to our city. Just see peace pervade our city of Redlands. We take it through the state. We take it on all the freeways, north to south, east to west. We cover the mountains and the seas, the galaxies and the stars with this peace. We pass the oceans, and we're now in all continents and all places that struggle and have strife. There are so many. Spirit knows to make a way, make the crooked pathway straight. I'm going to call it forth. I'm going to call forth for humanitarian aid to reach all those in need. There's many places where starvation is a real thing in this day, 2024. So see with me in our mind's eye, leaders, world leaders changing their mind toward peace. No explanations required nor necessary. It's the right thing to do, and it has its full sway. The higher frequency of peace shall always pervade. I will stand on this rock of truth until it is shown and made manifest and demonstrates in every corner of the earth. I invite you to join me in this knowing now. We multiply, magnify, amplify the energy units into the thousands and thousands, into the hundreds of thousands, into the millions of energy units, to the billions of energy units, to the trillions of energy units, to the unlimited energy units for peace. So it must take in all lower frequencies, forms, and vibrations into peace itself. It may look like a miracle, and to the Spirit, it's ordinary. It's necessary. And so for any words that need to be spoken on our hearts, individually or collectively, just put them into the center of this prayer. Know that it unfolds affirmatively. The universe always says, yes, yes, you are my beloved in who I am well pleased. All needs met, perfectly supported, sustained, maintained, never forsaken, never forgotten, always remembered as the precious creation, the masterpiece of the divine. The joy of Spirit. Just say with me, I am the joy of Spirit. I am the beloved of Spirit. The I am that I am is eternal. The I am that I am supports, sustains, and maintains me now. Always and in all ways. And so I know the service continues to unfold with a grace and a joy and a spontaneity that's most required, so that everybody within the sound of our voices has that transformation, manifestation, demonstration, healing. There's a reason we're all together in spiritual community. It is for continued upliftment and healing. So I'm going to call it forth right here and right now and invite you to say together with me, and so it is. All right. Amen. And so we have a reading by our Board of Trustee member, Ann Spear.
Yes, we do. Good morning again. This reading is titled, The Unyielding Strength of a Gentle Warrior. Do not mistake her deep soul and soft heart for weakness. Within her lies a strength that has been forged in the fires of life's relentless challenges. She was once broken, her spirit fractured by the storms she had to endure. But from the pieces of her shattered self, she rebuilt herself into a warrior, one of unparalleled resilience and unwavering determination. Her gentleness is not a sign of fragility or a lack of strength. Rather, it is a testament to the profound power of a heart that has known the deepest pains and still chooses to love fiercely. Her kindness is a conscious choice, a reflection of her inner fortitude. She understands that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward despite it. She carries herself with a quiet resolve, the kind that comes from facing the darkest of fears and emerging stronger. Her eyes tell the story of someone who has been tested by life's harshest trials and has not merely survived, but thrived. She never learned how to quit because giving up was never an option. In her essence, she embodies perseverance and the relentless pursuit of her dreams. Her scars are not marks of defeat, they are emblems of her battles and the victories she has claimed along the way. Each scar tells a story of resilience, of a woman who faced her struggles head-on and emerged victorious. Her softness, often mistaken for frailty, is actually her greatest strength. It is her capacity to remain compassionate and empathetic even after all she has endured that sets her apart. Her compassion is her armor, protecting her from the bitterness that could easily take root in a heart less tender than hers. Her soul is a beacon of hope, illuminating the path not just for herself, but for those who walk beside her. She inspires others with her strength, showing that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a powerful force. This is her power, the unyielding spirit of a woman who knows that true strength lies in embracing one's vulnerabilities and rising above them with grace and determination. She is a gentle warrior whose heart and soul are her most formidable weapons in the battle of life. Her journey from brokenness to wholeness is a testament to the incredible resilience of the human spirit, and her story is one of hope, courage, and the undying will to never give up. By author Steve Delano Garcia. Thank you.
I forgive every cold or thoughtless word. I forgive every time I was ignored. I forgive every slight or disregard. I forgive. I forgive all the smiles that turn to sneers. I forgive all the mocking and the jeers. I forgive through the anger and the tears. I forgive. I forgive. Should I forget? Try to ease the pain or numb it if I forget. Well then, what's the lesson from it? When I remember, baby, I'm an accomplice to your crime. But don't worry, I'll be fine, I'll be fine.
What's the lesson from it when I remember? Maybe I'm an accomplice to your crime, but don't worry, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. I forgive and shrug it off. I forgive and give no thought. I don't relive. I forgive and just move on. Yesterday has been and gone. Time to make my life my own. I forgive. I forgive.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Band.
Al Yankee wrote that.
Unbelievable.
Like
Magnificent.
a week ago.
A few days ago. Magnificent. That's a creation. It's a birth. I forget. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, one more hand for the Dream Band. Mackie Mac on drums, our music director Gilman Carver, and the multi-talented Al Yankee. That was magnificent. So we could take it line by line and have a whole entire talk about each lyric. And maybe we will do that later, so stand by. So today's, my name is Brother Mark. I'm one of the licensed practitioners, Practitioner Emeritus. For those who do not know who I am, I just want to say hello and welcome. And Practitioner Emeritus just means 20 or more years of service to various Science of Mind centers throughout Southern California. So I thank you and appreciate your being with us. Today's talk title is Inner Courage. And it takes inner courage to be a conduit for lyrics, does it not? Yes, I was, and also when you know there's a deadline, it's even better. You have your name on the, I remember the name and the song title was on the bulletin that was printed even before the last lyrics were written. And that takes a certain inner courage. So as we often do, before I go into the meat of the talk for today, I want to hear from you what inner courage means to you, just in a word, like we're doing a word association. I say inner courage, and the first thing that comes to you is? Say it again. Honesty. Beautiful. It takes a lot of inner courage to be honest. It takes a lot of inner courage to forgive. Inner courage. Kindness. Inner courage. Stability. Inner kindness. Inner courage. Trust. Inner courage, trust. Inner courage, kindness. Inner courage, forgiveness. Inner courage, Rick, remind me what you had said? Stability. Stability. Inner courage. Very good. Inner courage. Vulnerability. From stability to vulnerability. Only in that church. Inner courage. Persistence. Inner courage. Integrity. Inner courage. To keep going. Yeah, sometimes. So I'm not sure the source of this. I should have written it down, but it said it almost was like something about the idea of the earth. Your time on earth, it's unescapable. And then someone today, it was on. Sometimes we wake up with that CBS morning show, and I don't know if I'll get this right, but let me try. The quote went something like this: "My time here is short. Let me do something beautiful," or something to that idea. And it was the completion of a book that had begun by Michael Crichton. I think I got that right. His wife survives him and found notes from like 10 years ago on a book called Eruption. That's about something that it's a story. He's a famous writer. And then she got James Patterson to finish this. And apparently now it may become a movie and something huge. But it's this idea that it took inner courage to have that. It takes inner courage and a process to find the notes, right? And then find the right person if they're willing to complete something that may not have been completed. Then I was listening, and they had a little interview with Cyndi Lauper. I almost fell asleep, and it was True Colors, if you ever want to sing a couple lyrics of that later. She was saying in 1986, she was glad to be a conduit, and I love that word, for the lyrics. She couldn't believe those lyrics came through her. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, that's why I love you. And something about a rainbow in there too, right? And she had lost somebody that was in the AIDS crisis still, which is still ongoing, in 1986. And then she made an interesting comment. She says when she looks at the tape of that, and even the street that she had selected for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, the video, she was saying that it feels like she is one of her own ancestors because she didn't recognize the person in the tape. And then she did a little affirmation at the end of it that she affirmed that she is all the people she's ever been. And to me, that is awesome. It was an awesome part of today's message. We have to have inner courage to embrace all the versions of who we are since birth, right? We have to have courage to be resilient and move forward despite whatever life is going to give us in the human. And from this pulpit, I've always said many, many times how dense and thick, right? Life can just kick us in the teeth. And then when we're down, somebody may nudge us with the email, or somebody may send a blow, the last blow is a text. Or we may have to shift where we're going to live, or we don't have a place to live, or we may not have enough money to purchase food, or whatever this case may be, right? Or we may have been welcome with a friend one time, and then now we're no longer welcome. Sometimes friendships come and go in cycles, right? And at the same time, how do we find the inner courage to move forward? And so I think the ways we do that are by our spiritual practices, including today's meditation. Today, we affirm something that we may say out loud together, that the I am that I am is that place within us that has never been nor could ever be hurt, harmed, or endangered in any way. I look at it as a spiritual muscle. I think of this as like a workout. I think when you show up or watch online, you're doing a spiritual workout. We are doing a spiritual alignment where we can straighten out all the places to know that our source has never left us nor forsaken us. Do you believe that? So say, Spirit has never left me nor forsaken me. Is that true? Let's do it again then with more conviction. Spirit has never left me nor forsaken me. That's true. And then later on, some words came through. I am supported, sustained, and maintained by the Spirit, always in all ways. So let's see how that feels. I forgot what I just said. I am supported, sustained, and maintained by Spirit, always in all ways. And you can have that inner courage then to have your song titled, all the lyrics not complete, and then have the ability to complete it in time. And it's magnificent. And each lyric, when you take it apart, can be part of a talk. And maybe we'll do that in the future, if not parts of today. So everybody has that ability. Do you believe you have the ability? You have the ability. Let's say that. That sounded good. I have the ability. Yes, and to receive the part of us that practices, the way we can get up off our knees and dust them off, is by this connection to source energy, to Spirit, to know that it has not forsaken me. It shall never leave me. It loves me unconditionally despite what I'm going through in the present moment. And it is what allows us to rise. It is what allows us to have the most egregious, hateful, hurtful, and we don't want to become conspirators, right? As the lyric says, it causes us to be able to etch-a-sketch that clean somehow. The remnants of what we don't etch-a-sketch clean continue in a cycle and a pattern as a tape that can be repeated. Because in spirit, spiritual lessons can be repeated until learned. And I did hear a song lyric about that, right? The thing about a lesson. Do you remember that lyric? Yeah, let me look. So, because what happens is, if we don't clear the Etch-a-Sketch and the divine, that I am, that place within us that has never been nor could ever be hurt, harmed, or endangered in any way, it can have another pattern. It can repeat itself in a cycle till we learn the lesson.
Should I forget, trying to ease the pain or numb it? Should I forget? Then what's the lesson from it?
Okay, do it one more time real slow.
Should I forget? Because you forgive and forget,
Yes,
right?
right,
That's the
right.
So should I forget?
Should I forget? So, okay, should I forget? Does that take inner courage? Not really. Go ahead.
Try to ease the pain?
Should I try to ease the pain? How many people have ever eased pain? With ice cream, food, alcohol, drugs, your drugs that have drugs, your prescriptions that have prescriptions? Can we get an amen? And what else? We're not saying do that. We're saying if you want to rise, but we have a choice, don't we, to stay asleep. We have a choice to stay defeated. We have a choice. We have free will.
Right, to block it out.
Block it out.
Yeah.
Numb the pain.
Right. Then what's the lesson from it?
Then what's the lesson from it? Perfect. Thank you. Right. So to have inner courage, we are willing to be open to receive a greater lesson. And if we take any of the spiritual journey seriously, right? If we even take a class or a workshop, a meditation practice, whatever it is, we're going to be woken up. We're going to be woken up to spiritual truths that will have their full sway in, through, and as our very life. Thank you, Al, for that. Magnificent. So, of course, I always go to Alexa as well, right? To define inner courage. And do you know this time I was not disappointed? Sometimes she disappoints me. If she's a she or a they. Okay, so it's also known as moral courage. Do you love that? The ability to be courageous from within involves acting in accordance with one's values and beliefs. I love that. Even in the face of challenges or opposition. Inner courage is not dependent on external circumstances, but is derived from one's eternal strength and conviction. It is a trait that distinguishes individuals who can stand up for what they believe in, regardless of the consequences. For me, that was a mic drop moment. And then my first thoughts when I was thinking of this talk title were about resilience. And I think that was mentioned, right? But we get up. I think two people mentioned that idea of resilience. Sir in the back with the hat. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Very good. Well, I mean, you can. A lot of people, if you really look at what's happening in the world now too, when things are repeated, that doesn't make them true. But there is you have to apply your own intelligence, if you have any, to check, to verify, right? There we go. Fortitude came to my mind. Does everybody know what that is? Grit. I love it. And perseverance came to my mind, which was also stated earlier. Let's see what else. So it's also happens to be Pride Month, which is interesting because there's parades going on. I doubt that was the parade that was in our hometown yesterday. Our hometown was probably something to do with the Cherry Festival or something. But there are pride parades going about. So Alice Walker, and I'm just going to do a couple quotes on that. This is a quote on that. No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow.
One more time.
All right. No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow. From Harvey Milk, 1977, San Francisco city supervisor who was, wasn't he assassinated? Yeah. It takes no compromise to give people their rights. It takes no money to respect the individual. It takes no political deal to give people freedom. It takes no survey to remove repression. From A.J. Willingham on CNN. I've been thinking about the difference between tolerating and celebrating. When you tolerate someone, it's as if you're forcing yourself to acknowledge they exist. But when you celebrate someone, you're letting them know you actively appreciate their existence. They bring something valuable to the world just by being them. Isn't that magnificent? And so part of this idea of inner courage is, do you know how hard it is to just do all the things we just mentioned, all the adjectives, despite not receiving unconditional love, right? It could be from the hardest places to believe that we don't receive unconditional love from. It could be from a birth family. It could be come from a sibling. It can come from somebody you gave birth to. Isn't that just insane? Let's just be honest about it. It is insane. It is hard to fathom that some of our life lessons, and I don't know that I particularly believe that we signed up for all of them. I mean, okay, if we did. It means to me that Spirit knows we're strong enough, we're resilient enough, we have enough fortitude, we have enough grit, we have enough insight, we have enough wisdom spiritually to know that in the face of what may be told to us or how we may be loved or unloved, thrown out or betrayed, that we still have to move forward. Man, somebody just pat everybody. We have to pat ourselves on the back right now. Can we do that? Let's do both sides of the shoulders without hurting anybody. And let's give a big embrace to ourselves. We have to. Every day we have to do this. Every single day. We have to look up in the mirror and know that we're so much more than what we see. That we're the cosmos. We're like a galaxy stuck in this frame. And then to just give ourselves a little pat and give ourselves a hug and say, despite everything, I shall persevere. I will get up. I think, Barbara, you said it best one day. I said, man, you look amazing. You go, it's just makeup. But you look amazing. And your spirit, actually what I was saying was your spirit feels amazing. And the spirit can feel amazing even when we don't feel good. And today I asked a friend, do I have to shave? I've told Al before, sometimes on a Sunday for me after working all week, it feels a little violent for me to take a razor to my face. And I did. They said, well, you may be looked at or on camera or something. I'm like, eh. And then I just did a little pat on my shoulders, right? A little hug and And then I cut myself and just like, it's okay, right? It always happens. So this idea is that we lift ourselves up by our bootstraps. And let me tell you some things. In the time that we're going through the things, it is not wise for anybody to give a scripture passage. Some of them are coming into my mind now that are hurtful. They're like, why don't you just throw glass on me? Or if I was like a little bit of flame, just throw some turpentine on there. Or how about a little gasoline? Let's see what happens. So it's not for us to fix or correct. It's for us when we're ready to proceed to move forward. And I want to remind everybody of what I'm trying to say. The way that we actually are able to sing the song lyric fully and completely of I forgive is by doing the work. The forgiveness work is one of the hardest works. Grief is one of the hardest works. Love, romance is some of the hardest work. Right? So I'm asking for everybody to find what you need to find for yourselves to be able to fully heal and explore all the areas of the pain and despair, to be able to really be completely free from them. Because if we're not, they do remind us that we're not. It may look a little different, but a similar circumstance shall reappear to remind us of something that's not yet completed, a lesson not yet completely learned. Especially the more that we pay attention to practices like meditation or readings or workshops or classes. we are susceptible and vulnerable and open to Spirit having its full sway through us. And I mean that in every good sense with a capital G. All right. Let's see what other things I brought for you today. So this is from Sunshine Michelle Coleman. It's on Inner Courage. Life invites us to live with gusto and verve. Doesn't that sound good? The only thing holding us back is ourselves and possible perceptions of obstacles. If Harriet Tubman could make a way out of her extreme circumstances and experiences, we all can. Our attitude, outlook, willingness, perseverance, persistence, and resilience are critical. There is a sacred knowing deep within us that always supports and guides us. Combined with courage, tenacity, and keen inner listening, this innate knowing will deliver us from and through anything. As we work in partnership with Spirit, all things are truly possible, especially the seeming impossible. So I'm going to say a line, and if you agree it, we'll repeat it as an affirmation. There's a sacred knowing deep within me that always supports, sustains, and guides me. All things are truly possible for my highest and best good. All right, and so it is. Very good. So Holmes says in this thing called You on page 10, every desire you have for betterment in life is some echo from deep within which forever proclaims, behold, I make all things new. From Holmes, Spiritual Awareness, page 74. Every person represents an individualization of the universal wholeness, the love, peace, joy, and freedom of the Spirit. Therefore, we have a divine right to rise above fear, impoverishment, and disease. We should have confidence that the power of the Spirit expresses through every atom of our being now, this moment. So if you like this line, let's repeat it. I have confidence that the power of the Spirit expresses through every atom of my being now in this moment. Did that feel right? Yeah, we only want to say affirmations that feel right. They're always in the present tense. They're always life-affirming, love-based, unconditionally loving. From Janet Mock, we must have the audacity to turn up the frequency of our truths. From Stanley Hauerwas, Living Gently in a Violent World. Transformation gives us the audacity to advance along a road of unknowing. For me, that's how we build faith. When it's not yet arrived and we can't see it, we know, we stand on the rock of spiritual truth and know that it is here and now, that we must see it in our mind's eye. Anything that we teach in Science of Mind always is that we enter the energetic of it even before the demonstration or manifestation of it. So if we want a healing for health and wholeness, we stand in what it feels like to be perfectly healthy and whole. We don't deny it. We don't numb it. And we can bless, right? We can do blessing any and all treatments we take, any herbs, any medications, whatever it is. We bless it. Right? Even our food that we take in, we can bless it. And know that there's perfect assimilation, perfect elimination. From Goth, whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it in boldness. There's genius, power, and magic. Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not be too timid and squeamish about your actions. All life is an experiment. The more experience you make, the better. Robert Frost, freedom lies in being bold. Dale Carnegie, today is life, the only life you are sure of. Make the most of today. Get interested in something, shake yourself awake. Let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through you. Live today with gusto. I love that. I love the gusto and verve jargon. And so I wrote an affirmation. I let the winds of enthusiasm, let me first hear it and see if you like it. I let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through me today with gusto, for my highest and best good to reach me immediately. I let the winds of enthusiasm, that was awful. I let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through me today with gusto and verve, especially verve, for my highest and best good, to reach me immediately. Much better. Valerie Kaur, K-A-U-R. For anyone who feels breathless, maybe you're holding someone close to you who is struggling and suffering. Maybe you're reading about the latest mass shooting or the refugee crisis at the border or the looming threat of climate change or the blistering pace of a global pandemic. Maybe, like me, you're breathless from all the above. I thought my breathlessness was a sign of my weakness, until a wise friend told me what I wish to tell you. Your breathlessness is a sign of your bravery. It means you are awake to what's happening right now. The world is in transition. From Howard Thurman, American theologian and activist, in the stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of the heart, giving strength to weakness, courage to fear, hope to despair. From Scott Aubrey in Spiritual Passages, the molecules that make up your body are connected to the subatomic particles that make up every salmon that swims, every heart that beats, every star that shines in the sky. All of nature is a seamless web. You are cosmic. So let's affirm together, I am a cosmic being. I am fully supported, maintained, and sustained by the divine, in me, as me, through me right now, and forevermore, in always, always. Very good. From Pope Paul VI, a VI means 6, right? Somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we are dying, that we might live to the limit every minute of the day. Whatever you want to do, do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. And I don't know if you saw in the news recently, the recent Pope, that's Benedict, right? No, what's the current Pope? Pope Francis. Pope Francis said this. He had a children's day, and many of the children came from areas that are worn, torn, in struggle and in strife. And Pope Francis said, the children have forgotten how to smile. And it's interesting because the reason I say this is because it struck me. It's like a lot of times people want us to just be okay, and we're not okay. So I want everybody within the sound of my voice to just know there's going to be times where we're just not okay. And we can just hold a space for one another to have the healing. We can see each other as whole, complete, and perfect even now, and especially now, and right now, without anybody having to do or change any single thing. It is, to me, one of the highest spiritual practices, is just holding space. And when people start to cry, I'm going to suggest we let them. I'm going to suggest not even bringing a tissue, not trying to hug, not trying to stop it. A lot of times, and especially in workshops, classes, this is where I first was told this, if we block it, it may have to start all over again. And sometimes when we release something, we're releasing multitudes of things because we're multi-dimensional beings. So we may think we're crying about something that was said to us or emailed to us or being fired from a job or being kicked out by X, Y, or Z, or a friend not calling back or someone we love breaking up with us, whatever it is. Let us go through that journey of pain and feel it fully. I'm not going to affirm that. I'm declaring it though. For me, I told you many times from here, I was worked on by a master masseur. They said, you really want to hold on to all your pain, don't you? And yeah, that I did. I wanted to explore. I'm not saying I've even gotten over all of it completely, even after all the work in 20 plus years, 30 plus years. It takes a lifetime to be resilient, right? And it's a step. We're different every single day. So allow everybody to be exactly right where they are. So there was a couple quick stories, and I think I'll be done with the reading. So you might have seen this on the news too, or there was a soprano named Lizette Oropesa. She was performing a Verdi aria in Parma, Italy, and she She was saying Sempre Libera, which is meant to be sung by a female with a male tenor's voice from off stage. And there was a music student in the audience named Liu Jinwei. And notice Lizette did not have the duet partner. So when that portion came up, he just stood up and sang. That takes great inner courage, does it not? And you've probably seen a bunch of videos where people just start playing on a street. There's some, especially like in cities like New York, where probably the Broadway actors who do that for a living are walking by. And you've seen those videos. Just look for some of them online. They're amazing. I mean, like where I saw one where the person was singing Phantom of the Opera, and it was actually like one of the Broadway stars from Phantom came and just joined in. And that's always a good day. Oh, here's another good one. For the first time, astronomers have detected an element found in our bodies in a galaxy for more than 12 billion light years away. The element is fluorine, or fluorine. Fluorine. It originated inside the cores of stars, which release them in stellar explosions. So we are truly made of star stuff. Do you feel that? So Michelle Medrano, and I believe she's a reverend, I think it was one of my teachers in one of the ministerial programs from Golden, Colorado, said, like the red blood cells that flow through our bodies, what is in our consciousness or awareness flows through every part of our being and impacts our energy and decisions. The primary place where opportunities exist for us to begin to make new, courageous choices in a deeper sense of our spiritual connection to everything and everyone. When we live life feeling connected, we experience a powerful sense of confidence and serenity that begins to allow us to transcend our fear. Fearless living becomes our norm. And so in Sharon Salzberg, in a book called Real Change, says, the tree is affected by the rain that falls upon it, and everything that affects the quality of the rain. It is affected by the wind that moves through and around it, and the soil that nourishes it and sustains it. It is affected by the weather and the sunlight, and by the moonlight, and by the quality of the air. Its root system can connect connected to an ecosystem of underground life for miles around. We can look at the tree and see it as a network of influences and interactions converging. Similarly, we can look at this precise moment in our lives and see it just the same. So Rosemary was here a couple weeks ago. We should check on, make sure, send love to Rosemary. We're missing her as well. She said in a Native American tradition, because we were talking about the tree in the meditation garden that had to go because they took out the copper pipes after all these years. I think Audrey said she was here when they planted the tree 40 some years ago. She said that one of the final acts of a tree, according to Native American tradition, is that the tree will then release all nearby others with whatever remaining nutrients it has. If you have not seen the stump, check it, because it's hard to imagine we had to let that tree go. From Scripture, Matthew 5:15, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So our role with inner courage is to share our light. Let our light shine. Let our true colors shine through. Right? And those that are meant to will love us. Those that are meant to will lend a hand instead of a kick into the face. Right? They will help us to rise up. It's what we do. It's who we are. From Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. From Pema Chodron, a quote, by practicing without shoulds, we gradually discover our wakefulness and our confidence. Gradually, without any agenda except to be honest and kind, we assume responsibility for being here in the unpredictable world, this unique moment in this precious human body. And from Black Elk, walking the red road, the commitment is within your heart and path you walk. A true warrior has confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen and help. And I'm going to close with a reading from The Soul Journey by Sarah Musa. It's Moussa. It is on Facebook, and it's really, really good. It's very uplifting if you want to check out that site. I'm going to ask you, do you want to play something? If you do, with flute, it's fine. It's a 1.5 page reading. I just would like you to close your eyes, and if you're willing to accept it as a healing that it's offered. Today, I release myself from everything that slows me down. Today, I release myself from everything that does not add value to my life as a human being. Today, I release myself to the spiritual and professional medium. Today, I release myself from all these shackles that confine me to thinking that I have set parameters unfounded, and that only present that there is one exit or avenue. I release myself from the thoughts that hold me down and distance me from who I really am. I release any resentment in my mind, spirit, body, conscious life, and past. I have to repeat that one. I release any resentment in my mind, spirit, and body, conscious, life, and past. I release and free myself from toxic people that I hear. I free myself from people who want me to remain in perpetual stagnation. I release myself from all those who are unselfish and seek to take advantage of others' blessings. I free myself of the guilt that I may be carrying for the mistakes I have done. I release myself of any anguish that my subconscious may have. I release myself from the belief that I am something I pretended to be and embrace the door to who I truly am in all its splendor. I free myself from the negative thoughts which try to take over my day-to-day. I release myself from any limited thinking in all its manifestations. I declare healing, abundance, wholeness, peace, perfect health, creativity, balance and harmony, joy and pleasure, and infinite love from the universe to take charge of my life now. Today, I declare freedom. I am whole. That's right. It is done. Thank you for my body. Thank you for my life. I allow myself to receive. And if you come back with me to the room, I'd like us just to close with this affirmation. I declare healing, abundance, and wholeness. Thank you, Al. I declare peace, perfect health, and creativity. I declare balance, harmony, and joy. I declare pleasure and infinite love from the universe to take charge of my life. And so it is. Blessings, everyone. The Dream Band.
Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, that's the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. For the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing also you over there.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to stand, I invite you to stand and give a standing ovation for the Dream Band. I want to thank Mac. I want to thank you, Al. Thank you, Gilman, our music director. It's an honor and a privilege to share a stage with you. And you make, don't they make every single time just amazing? Seriously. And your voices, I want to let you know, your voices just are incredible.
Wow, thank you.
No, if nobody's told you that lately, you are each amazing. So let's send them a big round of applause. Thank you, Matt. We're going to put that microphone on you when you're singing so we can hear you next time. All right, thank you. Love you, everybody. Now it's our time for our offering. The ushers are coming forth. It's our time for conscious giving. And just know that the same portal from which we give is indeed the same portal from which we receive. And so we're going to take our tithes and our gifts and our offerings, and we're going to bless them. We're going to multiply them and magnify them. If you agree with the affirmation, just say after me, from the love of pure spirit within me,
Love of pure spirit within
I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
Send it forth to heal.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
Evidence of my and my
With verve and gusto.
fervent.
It does great work in the world.
It's great work in
And it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
returns to me multiplied.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. And you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring. Bless you for your sharing. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
So I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. Know that they continue to come in all week. Know that there's some quite generous ones happening. Is that your hand up, or are you just going toward the offering? No, toward the offering. So we know it's good and very good. It continues the mission of CRS Redlands for the next 70 years. Can you imagine we've already been in this town 7 years? Can you feel it? Do you believe it? Then we declare it and say together with me, and so it is. And so if you're watching, click on Donate Now. Right? It's time to let us know where you're watching from. And if for those of you who can't be here every week, if you want to complete a form for giving, you can do that on a weekly basis, whether you're not here. Just see the office after service. And now we have our Board of Trustees member, Ann Spear, for the announcements. And then join us. We'll rise up for the closing song after that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, announcements. Announcements for Sunday, June 2nd. See the lovely Holly right after service. If you would like to volunteer at the Saturday market downtown. If there's anyone here today that can help Holly on Saturdays, I know she would love kind of a break because she goes every single Saturday. So just see her right after and we will be glad to get you on the list. Also, on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., you can join the book club on Zoom. Susie Ammons is hosting a Saturday morning series of 5 classes at 9 a.m. starting June 1st via Zoom on Connection Practice. There is a flyer about that class in the front lobby, so if you'd like more information on that, just grab the flyer on your way out. The celebration of life for Mike Tallur will be Wednesday, June 5th in Cucamonga. Please see Gilman after service for details, or if you have those. Yeah. Also, we're going to be having a rummage sale on June 15th here at the center. I believe it starts at 9 a.m. We're going to be collecting donation items for our rummage sale to help raise money for our center and all of the many projects that we support in outreaches in the community. If you have any items you would like to donate, you can bring them next Sunday and bring them before service, and we can take them in the fellowship hall. There are also some other dates that will be posted online and or on the bulletin. So if you'd like to donate for the rummage sale, we want your things. We want nice things, for this sale. So, please make sure they're in good to excellent condition. If not, you can, drop them at Goodwill on your way up here. So, lastly, please join us for potluck snacks. No, it's not bad. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyways, back to our inner courage. Join us for potluck snacks and fellowship time right after service. We are very happy that you all came. We love our center. We love the people that come here. We love the community we serve. Please come join us next Sunday. Thank you.
Did the women's group get mentioned? Was the women's group mentioned? Did I miss that? It's meeting tomorrow. That's.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did I miss that one? So the Divine Feminine Circle, it's hosted by Barbara Jean Yankee and Susie Amons tomorrow at 10 a.m., 10 to 11:30 a.m. here in the sanctuary.
It's for all you divine women out there.
About Mike Toulour, I just wanted to mention, every time we had a Ukraine fundraiser here at the center, Mike says, I'm in. I'll get my friends together. We will raise money and get it to Ukraine. So thank you, Mike.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away.